Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Afifah binti Ahmad and my matrix numbers H20A1369. So today I want to present the introduction of our journal. The first point is the concept of leadership is one of the difficult to define due to its dynamic nature. The relationship between leadership and corporate entrepreneurship is an interesting leadership that deserves to be investigated because of the unenable importance of leadership to promote corporate entrepreneurship. Second point, transformational leadership has been shown to increase entrepreneurial activity. Leadership is ability to directly influence group of individuals and encompass many important traits. Transformational leadership also an effective combination of holistic and individualistic approaches to meet the collective goals and ambition of a groups, as well as to appraise the follower motivation. Current scenario of economic transformation in South Asia, especially in the context of the Chinese Economic Corridor (CPEC), is it very important for local business to use their knowledge resources in a way that can result in successful and sustainable economic growth rates due to innovation and exploration in a business. This study is somewhat limited to three aspects. The first aspect is that they consider only one or two dimensions of entrepreneurship to exist. Second aspect is that they consider the overall effect and ignore individuals' dimension and vice. And the last aspect is that they ignore the mediating roles of absorption capacity. The last point is this study aims to unify the disparate scholarly works on transformational leadership, executive ability, and corporate entrepreneurship as one framework and analyze the effect of transformational leadership in influencing corporate entrepreneurship.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Atika binti Amrai. Matric number H20A1486. I will present about the content, theory and model. Two structural models were used in this study to analyze the hypothesis, the direct and indirect effects of transformational leadership on corporate entrepreneurship are examined in the structural model. The structural model 2 examines the direct and indirect influence of transformational leadership on the individual dimension of corporate entrepreneurship. Next, transformational leadership has 5 elements: idealized influence, inspirational motivation, intellectual stimulation, and individualized consideration. Idealized influence defines the sense of loyalty, admiration, trust, and respect that followers attribute to this leader. Lastly, the findings of this study show that absorptive capacity mediates the relationship between transformational leadership and corporate entrepreneurship dimension.
Hello, hi. My name is Niana Stephanie Anagalang. My metric number is #20A1128. So today I will continue with a discussion.
Transformational leadership has been significant positive influence on the corporate entrepreneurships. Results are largely consistent with previous empirical studies. These positive significant influences on the transformations for innovations have been intensively discussed in the empirical literature. Transformational leaders are more common in the collectivist setting than in the individualistic context of the West. Transformational leaders have taken risks on the basis of novel solutions or ideas from followers, which in turn increases from risk-taking abilities. This positiveness exists in the Pakistan, strengthening the contentions by best that transformational leadership is the more expected to appear in the collectivist and setting. The finding of this study shows that absorptive capacity mediates the relationships between transformational leadership and corporate. The finding in the significant contributions to the literature in that its inhibit absorptions and the critical organizational mechanism by which transformational leaders affect corporate entrepreneurship. This study analyzes transformational leadership and positive capacity and corporate entrepreneurship in Pakistan, a developing economy that demonstrated the validity of theories which were established and being analyzed in the Western developed economies. It also contributes methodologically to the literature on how to acquire and exploit external knowledge and source from the numerous outside sources. The result of this study demonstrates that the relationship between the aspect of the corporate entrepreneurship and transformational leadership is mediated by absorptive capacity. The fact that this research demonstrates absorptive capacity as the crutches organizational mechanism which a transformational leadership promote corporate entrepreneurship make it important contribute to the literature.
That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Putri Aisyah Tun Balkish binti Sanusi. My metric number is H20A1938. So I would like to explain about recommendations. Okay, this study suggests that future studies include data from other manufacturing sector, particularly surgical equipment and chemical, carpet and electronic. Okay, this research also suggests that the scope be narrowed to individual industry in order to develop industry-specific policy. Furthermore, other variables such as a company goodwill, physical asset, and financial strengths can be used to determine whether transformational leadership continue to have an impact on corporate entrepreneurship. Throughout this study discover positive direct and indirect links between transformational leadership and innovation. Future research can look into effect of each transformational leadership dimension on innovation. Similarly, future research can evaluate the mediations of each dimensions of abstract capacity. Thank you.
This study initial objective was to investigate the effectiveness of academic leaders at public higher education institutions and how transformational leadership influences their effectiveness. The findings reveal that transformational leadership significantly improves performance, implying that academic leaders in Malaysia's public health would perform better if their level of transformational leadership were to rise.